We have some major updates of mixed martial arts, starting with the news. Jon Jones opens up about a terrifying jail experience at 17. During a recent talk with YouTuber Alex, Jon revealed that while he was in jail, he had an encounter with a prisoner who threatened him in an extremely violent way, saying he would physically harm him by knocking him out, dragging his leg, and stomping on his knees. The prisoner even demonstrated the threat by stomping on the floor to make it feel more real. Although Jon tried to appear brave by keeping a straight face, he admits that deep down he was terrified by the threat and the situation.
When I was a young kid, I got in a fight with a guy at his house, and they considered it burglary. I think I was 17, and I think I went to jail for it. I was like 18, so, or maybe a young 19 in jail.
Did you fight anybody in jail?
No, I didn't. Oh man, I had a cat tell me, he was like, bro, you not like me. He was like, you grew up, you know, you're on the wrestling team. It was like, you probably, if you got me down on the floor, you probably think the shit was over and that you won. It was like, if I knock you out, I'm gonna drag your leg over to a wall. I'm gonna put your leg up against the wall. I'm gonna stomp your kneecaps out, right? And I'll never forget when he stomped the floor, bro. I was like 17, 18, bro. I was shook. I was sitting there with a straight face like I wasn't scared. But deep down inside, bro, I was terrified, bro. Terrified.
Chael Sonnen reveals the #1 reason why most MMA fighters retire early. Sonnen recently made an interesting point in a video on his YouTube channel. He mentioned that no one really knows the exact reason why most MMA fighters retire early. It's something many people wonder about, and Sonnen revealed the reason behind it. Take a look.
There was negotiations going back and forth with Khabib Nurmagomedov, and they just kept on upping the number and adding commas and zeros. They were focused on the wrong number. They would have got Khabib to 30-0 or 29-1 if they made it at 170. I'm giving you massive inside information, but this never gets understood by anybody ever. Parents don't get it, girlfriends don't get it, coaches don't get it, managers don't get it, promoters don't get it. The #1 reason people retire is they don't want to beat that scale anymore.
There are some rumors making the rounds in the UFC that Dana White has accepted a $30 million Jon Jones demand. Recently, EssentiallySports.com published a news that Dana White has agreed to Jon's $30 million price tag for a fight with Aspinall. The rumors become even more interesting after Dana White confirmed during the post-fight conference of the recent UFC Tampa event that he has some big plans for 2025 for the fans. But right now, we can't be certain. Let's just see how things unfold. Islam Makhachev requests Brazilian fans to support him in his upcoming fight against Arman Tsarukyan. During a recent talk with a Brazilian reporter, Islam promised he would fight Charles Oliveira after that, but for now, he appealed to Brazilian fans for their support in his upcoming fight.
Fala galera, I will give the chance your champion, legend, and you have to support me this fight, and we will fight against Charles Oliveira for Brazilian fans.
Luke Rockhold called Daniel Cormier biggest liar. Rockhold recently made his appearance on the Jackson podcast where he was asked if Islam had ever submitted him during sparring. In response, Luke clarified that this didn't happen at all and said Daniel Cormier is the guy who made up the story that Islam submitted him.
Islam Makhachev has never submitted you.
No.
You've been training with this guy
I love
for
the
years.
guy. He's dangerous. He's hard as hell. Him and Khabib.
You believe that?
I don't
know. It's hard to believe.
FaceTime him right now and ask him if you've ever been submitted by Islam.
Hey, you couldn't, dude. Daniel Cormier is the biggest liar in the face of right now. Fighting. Hey, how do you think he makes good TV? Because he just lies his way through TV.
Wow, dude, that's your teammate. FaceTime him. FaceTime him.
One thing that Daniel would always say: if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Oh my.
Robert Whittaker predicts how the Khamzat versus Alex Pereira fight will go if it happens. Recently, there have been a lot of rumors on the internet about a potential fight between Alex and Khamzat. Reacting to this on his podcast, Robert Whittaker shared his thoughts, predicting that Khamzat would beat Alex Pereira if the fight takes place.
You say that because I saw a rumor that Chimaev might go up and fight Pereira. Imagine that. Imagine that.
This would truly be Alex's proper wrestling test. Who wins?
Chimaev, easily. Not easily. Chimaev, though. I don't know. Unless like the heavyweight strength changes, there's a dynamic that Chimaev can't take. Chimaev's will get the takedown. And then he's good at what he does. He plays into his strength. But let's say, hypothetically, Chimaev slows down, gasses a little bit.
Yeah.
Pereira won't. He can strike asleep, dead tired. Dude's been doing it his whole life. He'll kill Chimaev in the stand-up. It won't be like that Usman-Chimaev fight where Usman was kind of outboxing him a little bit at that period when Chimaev got tired.
Yeah.
It'll be a slaughter. But
it'll be like what we saw.
Colby Covington's calling out Gilbert Burns for their next fight. This happened after Gilbert leaked Uncle Chael's phone number a few days back. Now, reacting to situation, Colby said this.
Thoughts on Gilbert leaking Charles's number? Man, that's disgusting, man. That's despicable. That's not right, man. That's really messed up. Now he's getting, tons of people calling him with stupid, saying stupid pranks, and it's a security concern. So, Gilbert, that was just very immature. What are we in high school, dude? Like, be a grown man, dude. You have kids, you have a family. Why would you do that to another family man? So that's really messed up that Gilbert did that to Uncle Chael. I said, hey, Uncle Chael, if you want me to handle that inside the octagon, I will get justice for us. I will get justice on Gilbert's face. I will make sure he never shows his face in America ever again because how badly I beat him.
Money Moicano has some words for his next opponent.
I'm not losing. There is no way, Yesterday I went to Bisping podcast and I was telling him that as a human being, right, is Dariush. I think he's Christian, a guy that's very well spoken about his religion. He's like a good role model. But unfortunately for him, I'm gonna be his. It's just business for me. I don't hate Dariush, but in my mind, I'm not losing to anybody. I'm not losing to Dariush or to whoever. I saw some interviews of him saying that he thinks that I think that he's done. He send a message for him. I don't care about what you think. I'm touching gloves and I'm beating your for money. It's easy, simple. January 18, I cannot afford going over there, and I'm doing what I have to do to take that W, to keeping my winning record and to doing all that stuff. That being said, I still respect. But it is what it is.
Arman Tsarukyan revealed that Instagram was his main reason for starting MMA. During an ESPN interview before his upcoming fight with Islam, Tsarukyan shared that the reason he started MMA was to get verified on Instagram. He confessed that there wasn't any grand purpose behind it. He simply wanted the blue checkmark on Insta handle.
So when I was 19 years old, I already had 3-4 fights, and I just tell to my friend, I told him I just want to get UFC, get on my Instagram verification and the uniform from UFC, and that's it. I don't want anything from this sport. But then I started keep winning the fights, and people started tell me you're a good fighter, and you can get in UFC. Even my manager even told me so, and I started to believe myself and train hard and keep winning fights, and I got in UFC. So.
And that's all for today's update. Hit that subscribe button and make sure to press the notification bell so you get regular updates on what's going on here in MMA world, and most importantly, please take care of yourself.